Hey team, Paul here, Results Personal Training. Today I'm going to bring you a kettlebell bodyweight workout. This is going to be our first workout. As you can see, I'm at home, locked down, so we're going to go through this. Now, we have got some better videos, better quality, better production coming up soon. This is just a let's do what we can in our given situation. So I hope you enjoy it. What we're going to do, we're going to start off, I'm going to talk you through it. We're going to start off with a little bit of a warm-up. Now, the warm-up we're going to be doing is from the ground up. So we're going to kind of do that together. This will be done in a follow-along style. And then once we've warmed up and we've got kind of the whole body lubricated, we're going to go into our main session. And our main session for today is going to be 40 seconds of work, followed by a 20-second rest. And we have 5 different exercises. So we go 40 seconds, rest for 20, 40 seconds, rest for 20, and so on and so forth. We're going to do that for 3 rounds. I'll go through that when I get to that stage. But to start with, we're going to go through the warm-up. And the warm-up, as I said, a little bit different from what we typically do. We're going to do a warm-up that I will often do when I'm on my own. So the first thing we're going to do is find yourself a really nice, comfortable space. Now, before we get into it, make sure you've got plenty of water, towel, mat if you want, have your kettlebell by, and let's get into it. Now, if anything doesn't feel good in today's workout, as always, modify, okay? You've been doing this for a while, modify what you can. That said, all of the exercises today, you should feel fine for. So, we're gonna, seated, and all I want you to do, hands behind your back, pushing down into the ground. So your shoulders, not lazy shoulders, but active shoulders. And then from there, we're gonna toes forward, toes back. All right. Now you might want to put on some music with this. All right. Go find your favorite playlist, chuck it on, make it a little bit more exciting for you. From there, we're gonna roll around, circles, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Just get those ankle joints moving. All right. Get some blood flow into the area. Now, once we've done from there on the ankles, we're going to go into our shin box and twist. So that is a internal rotation, external rotation, and then take the hand, roll, thread the needle. Roll it round, twist, and just some nice easy breaths. Twist. The grounded hand over here wants to be pushing down into the ground, so keeping that shoulder active, getting some hip mobility and some thoracic rotation. Nice. Just a couple more. There, and one more. Good, and from there, same idea. We move, one leg comes over, the elbow goes inside and we push our chest up. And then from there we swivel it over. I'm going to come forward a little bit. There, we are driving the knee out, keeping the chest nice and high. 1, 2, breathe. Nice. Good. Now, best breathing for this, if you can, breathing through your nose. Your tongue is on the roof of your mouth. Nice and calm and steady. Good. Swivel just a couple more. Good, and one more. Perfect. And then from there we're going to go into our rocking. So rocking's really nice. It's a very calming move. Wakes up those hips, wakes up those shoulders. So it's nice and easy. What I want, neutral spine. Now as you push back, what you're going to find is your body might want to round. Really try and keep that neutral spine. So I like knees kind of on an A-frame, as you can see from there. Just a little bit of an A-frame. Toes up, because I want to get a little bit of a toe stretch in here as well. So lean onto the shoulders and then just rock back. And it should feel easy. It should just feel kind of nice more than anything else. So you just rock forward and rock back, getting the blood moving through the body, getting the body primed. So it's almost like your deep squat position. If you were to take this and stand, it's not too far off that deep squat. So you're really just opening those hips up so you can squat deeper. Good. Couple more from there, there, and dropping back, and then one more. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw one leg out in front. Now, hopefully you can see, foot flat on the ground, leg is straight. Again, hands out in front, and I gently want you to rock back and rock forward. And what you should feel is this inside of the thigh, the adductor, just opening up, dropping back, rocking forward. And again, it should feel kind of nice. Good. Where's your tongue? Still on the roof of your mouth. All right, still breathing through your nose. Now, let's go to the other side. So shuffle on over, throw that leg out, and again, gently rock back and forward. So again, we're still lighting up those shoulders, still getting some good stretch through our hip joint. Good. And again, couple more there, and one more. Now, from here, we're still in our rocking position, but what I want you to do is take your hands forward a little bit, because we're going to go into a rocking push-up. So I want you to, again, hitch back, and then drop down, and push. Elbows tucked inside. So your elbows can either roll in or roll out. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get the front of your elbow, if that makes sense, to be forward facing. So your actual elbow itself is down by your hips. All right, so rocking down. Good. And if I stop to show you anything, you just carry on doing your thing. All right, so there will be times where I will stop and go through a movement. You just carry on, all right, and adjust as you need to. So again, this should just feel nice, waking up the shoulders a little bit more, rocking back, rocking forward. Try and get the chest to the ground, all right? Elbows tucked in a little bit more on those triceps. And again, couple more. One, and then there, and two. Good. From there, we're going to go into a crawl and a squat. So knees come up off the ground. Suddenly we tension everything up. We get the abs involved a little bit more. Now your knees are just hovering. A little step forward. One, two, step back, step back, step back, up into a deep squat if you can. Now, you might find if you tighten those ankles, you're going to be up on your tiptoes. That's okay. You just do what you can. From there, again, just nice and slow. One, two, three, and pull it back. 2, 3, deep squat. Push those knees out. Get that chest nice and high. 1, 2, 3, and then back. 2, 3. Good. One more. They're nice and easy. How slow can you make it? Because that's where it starts getting tough. When you start going slow. There and back. In to our squat. Wiggle around on those ankles a little bit. Now from there we're going to go into our world's greatest stretch. So back into your push-up position. We're going to step one leg up high as you can. That back knee can go down on the ground if it wants. Foot position at the front, just outside the hand at 12 o'clock. From there, left hand or whatever front foot hand up to the top, elbow down to the ground. 5. There. Good. And if your elbow is near the ground but not quite there, couple of breaths. See if you can take it a little bit further. Stretch, open up. One more, and then back over, other leg. That's it. Same deal applies. If it's nearly there, just breathe it down to the ground. Eyes follow the hands. We want to wake up our vestibular system as well. Now, from there, you're going to step yourself up. We're going to go into some multi-directional lunges. So what we're going to do again, opening the hips, getting the core firing, just step back alternating nice and easy into that lunge. Now, if you want extra bonus points, opposite hand to opposite knee, contralateral patterning. There, and then the other side, and there. Again, at this point, shoulders are pulled back, chest is up nice and high. You are good positions, good core control, good breathing so you're not wobbling. The knee, ideally, touches the ground. Now, from there, we take a step to the side and we reach, and then step and reach, step and reach. Push your hips backwards. There. So at this point, my chest is over my front line. I'm not leaning forward. My hips are pushed backwards. And then step over to the other side. 1 and 2. Reach. Reaching with that upper body. You should feel that beginning to warm just a little bit. Couple more. There. Last one here. Good. Next one. We take a step backwards. Kind of out at a 45. So my back foot is facing 45 degrees out. And I hinge from my hips like I'm going to deadlift. Keeping my chest up. Keeping my back nice and neutral. And I'm feeling for a stretch in my hamstrings, in the back of my legs. So pushing back should be the back of the front leg. So as I step to the side, most of my weight, 90% of it, is now on my back leg, and I'm pushing my hips backwards, but my focus is on keeping a neutral spine. If I bend from the spine, I lose a lot of that stretch. So can I keep it neutral? Hinge, and you could, done right, you should really feel this one in those hammies. There, cool. And you can add the hand. So as I step, add a little reach in from there. And that just wakes up some of the fascial lines a little bit more. Now, last couple. There, good. One more. There, cool. All right. Now, we're going to grab our kettlebell. Now, if I'm using the 16 kilo today, I probably could go a little bit heavier, but since I'm talking and doing this, I'm going to stick to the 16. If you've got a 16 or a 12, this should work. If you've got a heavy kettlebell, you might struggle a little bit here, all right? And what I mean by that is you're going to grab hold of that kettlebell out in front of you a little bit. You squat down, get nice and deep with it. Now, if your kettlebell is really heavy, all I want you to do is just hold this position, drive those knees out, drive your chest up. But if you've got a kettlebell that you can, you are now going to put a little bicep curl in from there. Now this is less about the biceps and more about firing your core up, which will just sit you deeper into that squat position. All right, again, if you're struggling to hit that squat position, be okay with just turning your feet out a little bit. If you can, extra bonus points if you can keep an arch in your foot, all right? So you might find that your foot just wants to flatten to the ground. You're really gonna try and keep that little bit of an arch in there the best you can. And again, just curling up, slowly coming back down. Good. Nice. One more. There. Perfect. And then back up from there. Give the legs a little bit of a shake off. And then here's our last one before we get into our main session. So I want you to prime. We're going to kettlebell swing, and I want you to prime that. And we're going to prime it by doing some deadlifts. So your deadlift. Take a step over the top of the kettlebell. If you're wearing shoes, your shoelaces and the handles of the kettlebell should align. If you're not in shoes, which I'm not, the top of your feet and the handle. So from there, what I want you to do is make sure you maintain a neutral spine. Push backwards from the hips. Grab hold of your kettlebell. Your shoulders then get turned and sucked down into their sockets. So it's as if you're trying to break that kettlebell in half. And as you do, your shoulders roll backwards and you should feel those lats. So elbows tucked in, Take a sniff. And then as you come up, you just breathe out. Good. Now as you're doing these, what I want you to focus on is at the top of the movement. Squeeze your glutes, brace your abs. As hard as you can. Squeeze your glutes, brace abs. Be mindful as you stand up. Lots of people will want to overextend. You want to keep this chain, this core locked down. So the glutes are squeezed, but we are chest, belly button, stay line. All right, check for this, because if you're doing this, you're going to be jamming down on that lower back and it's going to make it pretty unhappy. So you keep going. Hope you should still be going. Just 2 more. Release. Perfect. And again, just shake the arms, shake the legs out. Now shaking the arms, shaking the legs is something called fast and loose. And it just allows the blood, lactic acid, to clear a little bit quicker so we can get back into it quicker. So we're going to start our circuit. 40 seconds, 20 seconds. Now on this video you should have found an email, and on that email there will be a link to hopefully to Seconds Pro, which is the app I use. Now I think there's a free version, but there is a small cost. It's a good app, particularly if you're going to be doing some home stuff, some stuff around some timing. I would definitely, download it. I think it's about $5 or so, and you can just preset some timers in there. I have my timer preset for 40 seconds of work, as I said there, and then it will go into 20 seconds of rest. Now the circuit we are going to do is kettlebell swing. Quick teaching points on the kettlebell swing. Now I'm not going to always go over these teaching points because I know you know them, and we're just going to get into it a little bit quicker, but because this is the first one, we're going to be alright with taking a little bit more time today and be okay with that, alright? We don't want to rush. It's been a bit crazy for the last few weeks, so we just want to be good with some breathing. So, kettlebell swing. Your setup, your perfect setup from the kettlebell swing is if you have your toes in line with the front of the kettlebell and you take a 90-degree step and then another 90-degree step, that should be roughly your distance. Now for me, I like it just a little further back than that. From there, I want you to make scissor hands. Chop in the crease of your hips, okay? So from there, we chop backwards, push your bum backwards, load the bow, grab hold of the kettlebell, sink it towards you. So if you start just gently tugging on it, what you're going to feel is your hamstrings lighten up. And what we're going to do, this isn't the first round, this is me showing you. Sniff in, and then park the bell. So that's going to be the first one. The second one, push-ups. You're going to find your space now. Because you guys are awesome and you're awesome athletes, you're going to try and do as many full body push-ups as you can. 40 seconds is a long time of push-ups. I don't know if I can keep doing push-ups for 40 seconds. If when you're doing push-ups you're like, whoa, this is super hard, just go to the knees, squeeze the glutes, drop down and power from there. The key with the push-up is all in your elbow position. If your elbows are flaring out to 90 degrees, that's probably going to be no good for your shoulders and they'll soon be in pain. You want elbows 45 degrees. Now if you want to be super hardcore and go for tricep ones where your elbows are down into your side, I'm good with that. But they are hard. They're really hard for 40 seconds. Mix it up as always. Play with it. Variation is always good. But good push up. Squeeze your glutes. Brace for a punch. Sniff in. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. That is your push-up. That's the second one. The third one is our alternating lunge. So carefully pop it up, goblet position. We step back, the knee goes down. We step back, the knee goes down on the other side. Core is tight. If you're getting some wobbles here, all right, be good with just going back to body weight is perfectly fine. Your execution and your form is the top of the pyramid. That's the thing that makes the difference in training. If you're particularly tight in your hips and you can't get your knee quite down to the ground without buckling, then just go to where you can go to. Exercise 4, cross-body mountain climbers, core position, knee goes up, making sure, key points, shoulders are forwards of the hands. If you can, if you get some wrist stuff, you turn your wrists out. If your wrists are pretty happy, index finger, 12 o'clock, okay? And then the last one is something called an up down, which is just a modified burpee, slightly easier burpee. But again, the difference here, hinge back from the hips as if you're going to deadlift, but then hands come down, we jump back, we jump forward, we get into our deadlift position, and we come back up. So, very similar to a burpee, only a little bit easier, all right? Basically, it's a burpee with a little bit more control and modification. So, let's do this. Now, I'm gonna do the best I can to talk and go through stuff with you. Get by your timers in 3 seconds. Kettlebell swing is our first one. 2 hands in 3, in 2, 1, off you go. Hinge. So thinking about at the top of that movement, you have a string on the top of your head and it's pulling you up. You're breaking the glass ceiling. You're focusing on squeezing your glutes, bracing your abs, each and every one. The kettlebell floats at the top of the motion and you play chicken on the way down. One more. Cool. Now, 15 seconds left. Just focus on one thing. I'm going to give you a few things to think about, but just have a focus on one thing. Too many cues and you get confused, right? Brains only like one thing at a time. Push up position. Let's back it up. So again, glutes and abs. How low can you go? How quality can you make it? And notice, I am not doing that fast. I am chest to ground and do what you can. Try and hold the position for a little bit longer. And again, I'm just going to be nice to myself. From there, knees are down, and then we push. One more. Perfect. Okay, alternating lunge, reverse. So again, your one cue on this is just upright. Find the breathing, stay upright. 3, 2, 1, flip, catch, step. So the breathing, sniff in, breathe out. Sniff in, breathe out. It's somewhat calm. It's definitely controlled. Good, elbows tucked into the side. And you can see, we have, we're not even around yet. And I am beginning to put a little bit of a sweat in there. Nicely done. Keep going. One more. Awesome job. Woo. All right. Cross-body mountain climbers. Let's make them slow. All right, the slower, the better. Keep yourself, when your abs get tired, your hips want to pop up. Don't let them. All right, let's go. Knee up. 1 and 2. Good. Hi, I'm working a little bit, so I'm gonna start shutting up. Hopefully you got your tunes on and you're drowning some of my noise out. Almost there. 7 seconds. Woo. Okay, fast and loose. Shake it out. Last one of our circuit. The up down or the modified burpee. 7 seconds. It's quite hot when you train inside your house. 3, 2, 1. Hands, jump, stand. Squeeze glutes, brace the abs. Now, if you're super fit, you can speed through these. All right? I know that some of you have got an incredible level of fitness. So, I am good providing you execute perfectly. That is the important thing. Speed hides need. So, if you're rushing through, but you don't have control over it, you're gonna suffer somewhere. There we go. Now, if you're struggling a little bit for breathing, be okay with hitting the stop button. Take a minute, grab some water. But if you're hardcore, then we're gonna go back into it. No time for drinks. Let's go. Hinge. So, the one thing I want you to think about on this set is zipping the quads up. So at the top of the movement, squeeze your quads. Squeeze. Ride the boat. Keep it going. Almost there. And down. Now, the beeps are 3 seconds. At training, I tell you off for not lasting those last 3 seconds. I'm a hypocrite. I put it down early. If you can and if you feel good, put those last 3 seconds in. Push-ups. Let's go. Have a number in your head. How many is it going to be? This is 4. Oh, let's go 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Where's that paper? 12. Oh, extra ones. 13, 14, 15. Woo! 15. All right, fast and loose, shake it out. So we've worked out, it will probably be at least 15 push-ups. My push-ups are a little bit slow. You might find yours are quicker. You might do more. Goblet reverse lunge. Good position, good catch. Elbows tucked in and down. Nice. Good. Keep going. So, let's show you. Different side. The knee, if it's slightly forward at the top, that's okay. You keep going, 7 seconds. Ooh. The knee slightly forward at the toe is how you walk upstairs, how you walk up the peak. It's okay, as long as the forces are through your hips and not your knees. So, 5 seconds. Ooh. Starting to sweat. Cross body mountain inclines. Slow. Dial in. Now, you keep going. I'm often asked, best foot position, down or up. Both are good. I prefer up. We spend too much time with our feet pointed down as it is, and this is actually a drill for things like running, and you would have in the knee lift, your foot would be up. One more. Woo. All right. I'm gonna grab a quick drink. It doesn't take a lot to get your heart rate up. If you can execute well, that is going to fire up a lot more fibers. It's going to give you much better results. Your more fibers, more lean muscle tissue, more fat burn, more fitness, all the good things. All the good things. Let's speed it up a little bit. 1 and 2. Good. Again, give yourself a little challenge. I know for 40 seconds, see if you can break 15 reps. There's your challenge there. So we are last round. Last 5. Again, if you need to stop, you stop. Good setup. Make sure it's there. It's not about kicking off your thighs. Have it out in front. Find your breathing. You're 1 on this one. Glutes. Just focus, squeezing the glutes. Every last little bit out of those muscles. Good. Now if you've got a heavy kettlebell, you might want to put a bit more rest in. That's okay. A light kettlebell, you're ready, fitness is good. If you want to back to back here, you can do. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, get in there. 1, 2. Try and beat last time. There's only 16. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, and because I want to do some full ones, shake it out. Be okay with stopping, giving yourself a little rest. 6, 5 seconds. We made it. 16. Give those arms a shake.